Good morning, everybody. So we're going to be continuing with another unit breakdown. So this is technically a request, but I kind of took my personal choice with this one. So I had a request for just nomads. And so we are going to be looking at, in my opinion, what is the strongest hacker in nomads and maybe the strongest hacker in the game. So this is entirely objective. Whichever word means, it's just my opinion. So this is entirely my thoughts and just point for point best hacker. Maybe there's more you can do in the game with other hackers, but if you purely just want to send hacking programs through repeaters, I feel like this is your choice. So this is the Tunguska Interventors. So this is your current kit to get them, and it's really cool because it also comes with 2 fast pandas. Not very many kits in the game actually come with legit official fast pandas. This one comes with 2 interventors and 2 pandas. So for me, I might want to buy this box just to have an official panda to go with my Finnick hacker. So we'll see. But let's talk about the nitty gritty of what these guys do. All right, so if you look here, they're not going to look super good except for where it counts. So they're basic regular old average move 4-4. They are CC 13. Don't ever let something get next to them or it will die. They're BS 11, so that's strictly below average. I mean, that's basic to bad line true BS. PH 10, also average to bad. But then they're willpower 15. That is above average. That is on par with the best in the game. That isn't something crazy. Then they are armor 1, which is atrocious. So again, if something gets to them, they're probably dead. But then they're BTS 9. Guys, that's wild. That is a big stat, and that is, I believe, tied for the highest BTS in the game. So, and they're just a little light infantry hacker. So they have some of the best built-in solo hacking defense in the game without the means of firewall and stuff like that because of that BTS 9. So if you think about it, if someone tries to Trinity them, Trinity starts with a basic PS 5, and then you add 9 to that. So they have a 70% chance without any other modifiers to survive a regular old killer hacker Trinity saving roll. So they're just good to go. So they are extremely hard to take out, which is super relevant. So now let's talk about their profiles and their loadouts. So the cheapest one is probably one of the 2 most important ones. They have the Interventor hacker with the killer hacker, who comes with a fast panda, a boarding shotgun, so he can kind of defend himself decently up close because of that +6 in close range band. But he's probably trying to hack, let's be real. Now, the killer hacking device also has an upgrade of Trinity -3. Guys, that starts at a 5. That's a 90% chance to wound. That's crazy. So it's, again, he's very solid, and he's only 18 points. So point for point, I feel like he's probably the most efficient killer hacker in the game when you're just talking about just purely hacking. If you're wanting to incorporate bringing his own repeaters or having his own pitcher, stuff like that, then the fast panda is helpful, but it's not as long range as some of the other options. All right, so let's look at your other options. So the other ones people usually bring are going to be the hacking device plus options down here at the bottom, the 21 to 23 pointers. That can be your lieutenant. It's a very popular lieutenant choice in Tunguska where you can bring them. So again, very solid option. That hacking device plus with all the same stats and reasons we talked about the killer hacker, he has an upgraded device inherently because of being a plus. So he has more programs, super high willpower, starts with a baseline of 75% chance to succeed on things. And then he also gets the fast panda down there on those increased profiles with the plus as well. I don't think you can go wrong with the Interventor. So you can use him for white noise, use him for spotlighting through repeaters. There's so many applications, and he's so efficient while doing it. He's 23 points and a half SWIC as most expensive. I don't think you can go wrong. So let's look at the fire teams you can use him in Tunguska. Again, you can use him in vanilla as well, so that's why I chose him to be our first nomad profile, and I really think you should because his points are super efficient even in vanilla for being your dedicated hacker. He's not the guy who sets up the network, he's not your pitcher, he's not your repeaters like I said, but he has some uses. So within Tunguska though, you can link him. So if you look up at the Securitate fire team, which Securitate is the Tunguska line troop, we haven't talked about them yet, they can be included up to 3 of them in a Harris or Corps, but cannot be the minimum or the required trooper. So you got to have at least 1 Securitate, and then you can include some Interventors with that. I've seen people do like 1 Securitate with 2 Interventors, or like 2 in 1. 2 in 1, the special die isn't really relevant here because they don't really shoot. They're not a gun platform, they're a hacking platform. So special die here less relevant. So honestly, just throw in 1 in or 2 in with the Securitate just to have them linked, I guess, is the thing you can do. But honestly, I think that them just running around as solo pieces is just as good. You could have some kind of bodyguard there for them outside of a fire team, and it's still decent. So maybe throw somebody with a direct template weapon or something like that to guard them, their backside. But other than that, they're solid. They're really good. So fire team options, not super relevant, but they're there. So let's go ahead and look back. So final thoughts on the Interventors. Like I said, in my opinion, best point-for-point hacker in Nomads, has access to all of the Hacking Device Plus programs, plus a killer hacker option, high willpower, tied for highest BTS in the game. I don't think you can go wrong with these guys. Let me know if you guys think you have an opinion of what the best Nomad hacker is, and if you think it's not the Interventor, I'd love to talk with you about it. So with that being said, I'm looking for some more recommendations. If anybody has any requests, please let me know, whether that be faction or more models. Otherwise, we're going to revisit some Pano next. All right, talk to you guys soon.